Hi again. So this is just a short video explaining the differences with the max patches for the Reactamin and the Reacturtle. The Reactamin was previously a wired device, however the Reacturtle is now wireless using Bluetooth. So I had to change some of the architecture within the max MSP patch to make that work. And I also wanted to change some of the functionality of the controls. So I'll just talk through that very briefly. Let's just lock the patch here. So first of all, you need to make sure that Bluetooth is activated on your computer, otherwise the turtle won't work. Then you click the print button, which displays all of the ports available for connection. And now we have a Reactamin. It's still called the Reactamin. I do need to change the name to Reacturtle, but we have the Reactamin wireless port there, so we just click on that and it will connect to the turtle. You then turn on the device using the toggle switch there and load in the sounds to be played. In this case I have some oceanic sea themed sounds because the Reacturtle is actually being used within a multi-sensory installation. So I'd open that folder and then it should play. So the main controls haven't really altered that much. We still have the panic start stop button. I call it the panic button, and this will start the sounds. And we have the shuffle button. So on the turtle, the panic button is a big red button and the shuffle button is a big green button, which you'll see in you'll see it in use in the main film, Realisation film. The shuffle button just shuffles through randomly, shuffles through the sounds that are loaded in. So we have 6 samples or 6 loops loaded in, and we press this, it shuffles through them. So we have some dolphins, seagulls. Previously we had a pause toggle switch. I wanted to change this to be something else because I thought it would be more interesting to have something like a reverse switch. So previously we had a pause switch, but I wanted to change that to a reverse playback switch because I thought that would be more interesting and fun to use. So we do this, and on the turtle you just flick the toggle switch and it reverses the audio playback. There, we still have the potentiometer changing the speed of the playback. It's a bit like a speeding up on an old tape machine. And you can see the graph representing the playback speed as well below. And then now we have the ultrasonic sensor. Instead of controlling the playback speed, it's now controlling the frequency cutoff. Now, when connected to the turtle, I found that having the frequency around this area and the resonance around this mark made for a much more kind of responsive and natural feeling control. So it feels like when you're moving your hand up and down over the ultrasonic sensor, it feels like you're really controlling the frequency nicely. As we don't have the turtle actually connected to the max at the moment, I will just have this down so that you can see how it works. So the ultrasonic sensor does this. There is some latency with me doing this now using the mouse, but when it's actually connected to the device itself, it works much more smoothly. I need to say that there is another ultrasonic sensor that controls the resonance independently of the frequency. However, unfortunately, the sensor no longer works. I think it's actually broken, so I need to purchase a new one. But essentially, it's the same. We're using the same objects, but it's controlling the resonance instead of the frequency. I just developed a presentation mode as well to make everything a bit neater and more streamlined for the user. As I said, this is a Reacturtle, so it lives inside the Reactive Room multi-sensory installation, of which you'll learn more about in my main film. And it works by Bluetooth. We've tested it, and I've had the computer running in the room that I'm in now, and the Reacturtle in another room adjacent to this, and it worked at around 35 feet through the partition, so without any latency. So that's been really good.